Well, a few days ago was the Nintendo Partner Direct. A decent few things were announced during that. And at the end of the presentation, there was two new HD-2D games announced. And I've covered most of the HD-2D games that Squeenix has put out. I haven't hopped into the Dragon Quest ones, but done all the Octopath Traveler games. Not Champions of the Continent start to finish, just like the initial three stories, because like freemium gacha thing that I don't want to invest too much into there. And of course Triangle Strategy, which might be my favorite of the bunch. Sure, I get. Yeah, whatever. Or I'll just not connect to the network. I just kind of did that on autopilot there. I really, really like Triangle Strategy. That game was really cool. Like, that might be my favorite of them all. Like, the Octopath Traveler games have a lot better music than Triangle Strategy, but Triangle Strategy was a really freaking good game. I quite enjoyed that one. So, they announced a new Octopath Traveler game, Octopath Traveler 0. So, continuing that series with a new prequel to the first game, I guess, and a new HD-2D game, kind of like how Triangle Strategy was a new style of HD-2D game. This one being The Adventures of Elliot. Pretty lame name in my opinion, but it looks interesting. The Millennium Tales. Though, I mean, pretty dumb name with Octopath Traveler as well, or Triangle Strategy. Triangle Strategy has gotta be, like, the worst name for a video game I think I've ever seen. It's so dumb. Such a good game. I love Triangle Strategy. But, like, what a terrible name. Maybe one day they'll figure out how to make cool sounding names. But this demo came out right after the presents, and later that day I installed it, and I didn't play it immediately. I wasn't planning on streaming it that night. But part of me was debating about if I even would here, because Octopath Traveler 0, it's a game keycard, as it turns out. There's no data on the actual cartridge when you buy it. And that's what they did with Bravely Default 1 on the Switch as well. And I would imagine that's probably what they're doing with this game. And that means that if this game is a game keycard on Switch 2, I'm not purchasing that. Like, it'll be available on other platforms. Maybe I could see myself getting it on, like, Steam or something like that. So here it is on my Switch 2 right now, this demo. But for Switch 2, I do not want to get any game key cards. And I, here, do this, yeah. I'll check this out here. I'm not very impressed with a lot of things from this kind of division of Squeenix right now behind the Bravely and the Octopath games lately. Like, I used to be a really big fan of the Bravely Default games, used to be a really big fan of Octopath Traveler. I've kind of fallen out of love in recent time.
The world of
I'm not that invested anymore, if I'm gonna be honest.
Many years have passed since the age of myths ended and humans began documenting history. Beast tribes, named so for their likeness to animals, engage in fierce territorial battles. And humans live tucked away in a corner of the realm, protected by Princess Huria's powerful magic. Our tale begins in this age, in this kingdom of Huther.
Okay.
More ruins have been discovered?
I guess I have to press A to auto-advance it, or to advance it, because there is an auto-advance.
Why don't I ask him to investigate the ruins?
Is there not like an auto button, like X or something? Oh, that's skip. A, I guess there.
Adventurer. Does that mean he can travel through the Beast Tribe's territory?
But of course. He is an expert in exploring unknown lands. His name is Elliot. I can vouch for his character. Although I will admit he has his quirks.
His word is more than enough for me. What do you think, Father?
Very well, then. I should like to speak with this Elliot myself. Summon him at once.
It is an honor to meet you, Your Majesty. I am Elliot.
I have asked you here because new ruins have been discovered within Beast Tribe territory. There may be things we can learn of magic within, so I would like you to investigate.
But of course, Your Majesty.
This will be a dangerous task. Please be careful.
I appreciate your concern, Princess Huria. But you needn't worry. Facing danger is what adventurers do.
Best of luck.
That will be all, Elliot. The kingdom is counting on you to accomplish this mission.
Your Majesty.
The debut demo. Thank you for downloading the debut demo. Please enjoy the game's exploration and battle features as the main focus of this demo. Okay. Controls guide. Check controls. Open menu screen. Guard. Open shortcut menu. Okay. Use secondary weapon, primary weapon. Okay. Talk, examine, jump. So there's a jump in this. Control Faye? Move Elliot. Give instructions to Faye.
I'm Faye. Mary. Nice to meet you.
Interesting. Yeah, very different than all the other HD-2D games that I've played already here. I guess that's my health in the top left there. So run rampant in the wilderness outside our kingdom. Only an adventurer like yourself is suited to this task. Please see it done. I expect great things from you. Oh, and then it puts a little check mark to see if, to show you that you've already seen that dialogue there before. That's nice. One thing that I am noticing so far is there is already a drastic improvement in one of the big issues that I had with the cutscenes in the previous HD-2D games I've played, especially triangle strategy. That being that when they're just the simple sprites on screen and that's all you're seeing, the cutscenes can get kind of boring if they drag on for a long time. So by having the character portraits on screen and with like mouth moving, there's more visual engagement there. Explore the world freely while making your way to that shown on the locate. If exploration ever has you at a loss, try the adventuring lore in the memories menu for helpful tips. Elliot's fairy companion Faye can use special abilities and pick up money and items, and she can do more than simply follow Elliot around. You can control her movement with R and give her directions with that. Imagine this becomes like Astral Chain. She also becomes another player character in co-op. Oh, interesting. There's gonna be co-op in this game? Interesting. Like, anyway, with the thing with the cutscenes, I didn't find to be that big of a deal in the Octopath Traveler games, because, like, the cutscenes are pretty quick and to the point, I would find, with the Octopath Traveler games. But in Triangle Strategy, the story that they were telling in Triangle Strategy, I thought was really, really fascinating. They made some very political arguments, some very interesting arguments about the world and major powers and stuff like that. And I found the story really fascinating, and I really enjoyed it. But to tell that story and to get into, like, the nitty-gritty of this all, the cutscenes in that game were so long. And when all you're seeing on screen is, like, character moves this way a little bit. I don't know, hat tip animation or something like that. Character walks this way a little bit, turns this way and talks. You know, little stuff like that as characters move and shift slightly. There's not really all that much visual engagement on the screen. Unlike something like, I don't know, let's say one of the Xenoblade Chronicles games, for example, where you have, like, fully 3D model characters that are going through these cutscenes and animated beautifully and give you lots of visual engagement to enjoy the story with. Whereas in something like Triangle Strategy, there really isn't that much of visual engagement. Like, sometimes there'll be some crazy effects like fires and some splendor stuff in the cutscenes. But, like, 90% of the story in the game is just people talking. Maybe 95% of the game, really. So, I wouldn't mind that in a game with, like, fully animated 3D visual engagement kind of stuff. But it was when I played Triangle Strategy that it occurred to me just how truly boring that is. Oh, I need to go that way. So, maybe that's something that they realized with, with those games, is maybe people want more visual engagement with their cutscenes. So, having the portraits on screen and, you know, showing mouth movement and stuff like that adds another layer of visual engagement and something else to look at. Like, you can look at the portraits, you can look at what's going on in the background. So, that's something I like there. Tull, the currency of this world, can be used to purchase goods useful for adventuring. You can find Tull in treasure chests and by defeating enemies. There are even rumors of monsters who drop Tull with every hit they take. Okay. Oh, that's a nice transition. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Empty glass vials. Empty glass vials may be filled with medicine to be carried on your adventures. Be sure to stock up when you can. What, are they like empty bottles of Legend of Zelda? Medicine is good for one use only, but a vial can be reused as many times as you need it. When I first saw the trailer for this game, the first game that I thought of that this would be similar to was Link to the Past. Maybe it's because I 100%ed it in high school, but equipped accessories can confer all sorts of effects, such as increased movement speed and turning things you throw into explosives. Just don't forget to equip them. Well, I can't afford anything here. Oh, that's interesting. Your fairy goes across. I only have 100 there. You know what? I think I'm fine for now. I hold 1 vial at the moment. Okay, interesting. I can move you around there. Head to unexplored ruins. Don't forget to save. Adventuring guideposts are scattered across the world. Simply slide up next to one to automatically save your game progress. Open your map in a snap with ZL. It's especially helpful when exploring caves and ruins. Use the locator while you're playing to get your general bearings, and open the map when you want to check the specifics. Open the shortcut menu with ZR. There you can change weapons, change phase abilities, use medicine, or change your Magicite set. Time doesn't pass while the shortcut menu is open, so feel free to plan your next action at your own pace. Oh, interesting. So, are things currently equipped? Yeah, there's my sword there. Yeah, definitely some Zelda vibes. I guess I can equip the... Oh, you can choose which one it goes on. That's cool. That's nice. Sure, save there. There we go. Yeah, definitely some 2D Zelda inspiration. Off we go. I got a 1 of the currency there. The tull. I was about to say a rupee. Okay. Yeah, a little gem there. That's 1 of whatever that is. Guess I can be showing that if I go to this layout. Chop grass and cause inflation in both Hyrule and Adventures of Elliot continent, whatever it's called. Alright, off this way we go. So anyway, about the game key cards. And, like, what I've been feeling about this kind of division of Squeenix for the past little while here. So, it kind of started with, Octopath Traveler 2, no, Bravely Default 2 is what I wanted to say. I quite liked Bravely Default and Bravely Second, and then Bravely Default 2. Anyone who's seen that playthrough on my channel knows that's, quite the, shit show, of a game in my opinion. I was very much not impressed by that at all. I was honestly surprised it got as positive of reviews as it did. Like, I think that is one of the most messy plots I've ever seen in a story, and that the gameplay is completely counter to what it's trying to go for, and what the Bravely games are supposed to all be about. Precise guard is an advanced technique performed by raising your guard just before an attack is about to hit. Keep a close eye on incoming attacks, gain the timing right while erect a magic barrier that can stun enemies or send their attacks back at them. A cracked wall, a breakable looking boulder. If you see something suspicious, try setting a bomb near it. Who knows what treasures you may find. Defeating a certain number of enemies in a row will trigger a bonus time, during which the defeated drop more loot. Taking damage will terminate the bonus. Try to keep skillful play in mind to add a little bonus to your adventure. What was the... Oh, that's not the block button. Wait, how do I... Minus controls. Oh, R is guard. Okay. I can go ahead and do that. Adventuring guidepost now available. I gotcha. Interesting. So you kind of parry there. That's cool. I like that. But yeah, so there was that. And then with Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent, it's like, oh, well, here's another Octopath Traveler game, but it's a freemium gacha game that's mobile exclusive. And what sucks is that it generally does seem like actually rather intriguing. And like the soundtrack, oh my god. Unbelievable. Amazing soundtrack. It is so dang good. I've listened to a lot of Champions of the Continent, the soundtrack on my own time. But it's a game that I don't really want to go back and play, slash I don't think I can right now, because I don't have enough space on my phone anymore. And I don't even remember how I send input to my, my PC anymore. I had some sort of app that I think streamed it, but... Or I had it directly plugged in with some sort of device or something. I don't remember. But, it's... Gosh dang it, man. Oh, I can break pots and get... Not hearts, but... legally distinct hearts there. Where it's like, it generally seemed like there was a decent bit of quality behind it, but having actually kind of cool looking game like that locked behind gacha and all its quirks and all that, I was not exactly super impressed about. And Octopath Traveler 2 came out, and I was expecting, like, hey, you know, I actually really liked Octopath Traveler 1. I'm gonna really like Octopath Traveler 2. Like, it'll bring so much new to the table. And sure, there was some new things brought to the table, like, what was it called? Latent powers or something like that? That essentially your character's ultimates that charged up and stuff like that. But it was so unbelievably samey. Like, I thought that the bare minimum would have been, hey, the 8 characters in this game have... Can I step in this? Oh, I can. I've been avoiding it this whole time. You think that the bare minimum to be a little bit different would be the 8 main character classes will be different than in the original game. Nope. Exact same classes, almost exact same skills on them, and it's like, oh, well, I guess the stories are different, but gameplay-wise, it feels like I'm just playing the exact same game again, but with, like, these latent powers or whatever they were called. My brain keeps wanting me to avoid the poison water, because, like, I've been conditioned by other video games to avoid this. Let's try my bow. Oh, the arrow goes pretty fast. That's cool. Dang it. Oh, yeah. So that, okay, that recharges. I gotcha. Interesting. Well, my health is super low now. I'm gonna die. Like, at least the special classes at the end of the game were different, but still the same deal as, like, there's 4 special ones, the 8 main ones, and I just got kind of bored of that to a degree. The music was still amazing. I love the Octopath Traveler 2 soundtrack so much, like I did with Octopath 1. Gotta be, like, some of my favorite game soundtracks ever. It's so good. They made some effort to have it feel a little bit more interconnected. Oh, I have to go this way. I was just playing on autopilot there. But it still felt pretty disconnected. I do like how there was, like, a little bit of more direct overarching story at the end, where all the characters are actually talking and interacting with said overarching story, but it feels suddenly like, oh, there's suddenly a squad now. It sure didn't feel like that before that point. Well, considering Magicite combinations, if you create an encrypted Magicite set, more powerful attacks can be made possible depending on how you set up your Magicite combinations. Prepare a few sets to your liking to switch in and out depending on the situation, and you can call yourself a veteran adventurer. What, attack an enemy before it's noticed you deliver higher than usual damage. I thought I accidentally went 2 pages down at first. Sneak up from behind, snipe from afar, whatever produces results. Have you tried using instantaneous travel from the map screen? With it, you can fly to any adventure and guideposts you've visited so far. Whether you want to explore new frontiers or return to town for some quick shopping, your destinations are but a jingle away.
Now, we can come back to this spot anytime.
Yep.